Um, so we have two more readers tonight, and next up, William Z. Saunders is going to read from his new book, Bad Jobs 3, which just came out on the Monofonus Press this year, correct?
Yeah.
And yeah, so let's welcome him.
Hey guys, I'm really happy to be here. I'm actually kind of surprised at how many people showed up in this lovely weather. I just drove in from San Antonio. Yeah, my name is William Z. Saunders legally. Everybody calls me Zach though. So this story is called Work Sucks, But I Need the Bucks. And the title comes from a mesh hat that I saw at a gas station in Maine off of Route 1 in about 1999. So the reason it's called Bad Jobs in the whole series is when I was a little kid, you know, when your parents and they give you, they kind of prescribe for you as a little kid verbiage to use when you have to go potty and go number 1 or go number 2. In my family, it was number 2 was doing a bad job. So I'm not gonna start in the beginning. I want to kind of lace you up a little bit for where I'm at. The story took place in 1998. I got a lick of work doing lead abatement in South Texas with a all-black contracting crew. It's like 5 big black dudes and me, little old me, and it was a surprise. You know, they picked me up. We got on the highway. And I'm starting where we got to this town, went to this motel, and I was sharing a room with a kid named Martasius. Okay, so, and this is the first day of a rather long week. While Martasius was in the shower, I rolled a joint. I brought along an ounce of South Texas dirtweed. I figured it would help me get through the week. When he got out, I asked him if he wanted to smoke some. He said yes, so we got high. After a minute, we were both pretty stoned, and I started freestyle rapping about watching porn on the Wavy channel. Channel 56 played porn, but it was static-laden and wavy. I used to watch that in a cartoon channel late at night when I was stoned at my parents' house. If you leave it on long enough, you'd catch a glimpse of people fucking. So that's what I was rapping about. Oh shit! You like Machiavelli? He asked, as he pressed his thumb and the joint into my thumb and forefinger. I guess so. I'm not too familiar with his last couple albums. I liked him with Digital Underground and Brenda's Got a Baby and shit. I don't have any of his records, but one of my best friends still listens to Tupac all the time. I'm gonna start calling you Machiavelli. Please don't. Why not, man? Too many syllables, I said, and completely unoriginal. He looked offended. Machiavelli's probably one of the tightest nicknames for a white boy ever. Whatever, man. If you're gonna call me something, then I'm coming up with a name for you too. What you gonna call me then? He asked. Your new name is Taser. We both laughed. That shit ain't gonna stick, he said. The phone rang and Taser picked it up. It was Baloo calling that they were to say they were ready to roll out. You sure you ain't coming? He asked. Nah, all my clothes are dirty and wrestling comes on in an hour. I probably won't even get my laundry done now. Well, they all gonna talk shit. Talking loud ain't saying nothing. There's a loud knock at the connecting door. Taser opened it and Baloo came in and started snooping around. He changed clothes and reeked of polo cologne. Bald Bull stuck his head in and asked me politely if I was coming out or not. "Nah, all my clothes are dirty. I'm gonna try to do my laundry." He handed me a $20 bill. I must have looked surprised. "That's your per diem," he said. "Per diem," Taser sang as he reached out and knocked the remaining cash from Bald Bull's hand. Bald Bull put him in a friendly but aggressive headlock, which he quickly slipped out of and snatched up his $20 before it fluttered onto the dark orange-brown shag carpet. Baloo picked up where Bald Bull left off. "Yeah, man, take on my light work," Bald Bull barked at Baloo. Baloo and Martasius were half-ass wrestling, and Taser started throwing some lightning jabs. The sliding glass door opened and Keith crept in. He was a big dude, lean, muscular, tall, dark, the whole nine. Like a combination of a young Wesley Snipes and '88 Olympics Ben Johnson. Swole. "What's up, Zach?" His eyes acknowledged the funkiness of the weed stank still lingering in the room. Eyes that asked if I was going to smoke some more. "You damn right we will," my eyes whispered back at his. "You ready or not, Martasius? 'Cause we finna leave." Baloo boomed as Taser backed him into the doorway. "Get out of here, old-timer," Taser said, finishing him off with a devastating three-punch combo, shadowboxed with lightning quickness. "See you later, Zach. Y'all meet us out front in 5 minutes," Bald Bull said before shutting the door behind him. I locked it quick. "You think they could smell the weed?" Keith asked with a sly smile. "Nah, dude. DJ Polo in there covered it up when he came in," I said, referring to the ton of cologne Baloo had on, still lingering in our room long after he'd gone. "Machiavelli brought some chronic." "Who Machiavelli?" Keith asked. Taser laughed and pointed at me. "You should have heard him, man. We was freestyling before they came in and interrupted us and shit." "No shit? You a rapper, Machiavelli?" "I never said that. Y'all need to go." "Damn. All right then. Y'all come over to our room when we get back, 'cause Levon's gonna want to smoke some too. Is you down?" "All the way," I said. "Cool." I heard the doors of the truck open and slam shut before the motor started running. "Put that Machiavelli CD in!" Martasius screamed. All eyes on me came on as they backed up and drove away. Around 6, I rolled another number while I called my girlfriend. Her name escapes me now, but for posterity's sake, we'll call her Charity. She was a buxom, bookish Mexican chick that liked me well enough, I suppose. We'd only been hooking up for a couple weeks. I met her when I moved into the house I split with Pablo, a burnout control freak who worked for Bald Bull. She's a friend of his that sort of came with the place, sort of like the furniture. We didn't talk much, but she grew attached and tended to get suspicious if I didn't call her at least once a day. She hung around most nights, drinking copious amounts of wine and laughing at everything. She was crazy. I called her to say that we'd gotten to where we were going and that I was fine. She was going to my house and wanted to know if she could sleep in my bed while I was gone. I told her I wasn't comfortable with that, but knew that she was going to do whatever she wanted. She was probably having experimental sex with Pablo and his girlfriend Azalea when I wasn't there anyway. "So can I sleep in your room or not?" she asked. "Please don't." "Why not?" "Because you're not really asking me for permission, but I know you're going to do whatever you want to, so just don't go through my stuff, please." It was then that I knew that she already had. She was annoying me, so I lied and told her that I had to hang up because someone else needed to use the phone. I don't know how long I was left alone, but it couldn't have been more than a few hours. I must have eaten, although I don't recall doing so. I was in the middle of breaking up more pot for another joint when I heard the truck pull into the parking lot. It was all very sudden. Loud-ass Tupac silenced abruptly as all four doors opened and slammed shut, and the door to our room swung open, and Martasius came bopping in like a caricature of himself with his Astros hat cocked at some crazy angle. His eyes were wild and open wide. The boy was lit. "Machiavelli!" he announced as he staggered in. "You want to smoke some herb?" "Shit yeah, dude," I drawled. I was putting the finishing touches on the joint when there was a knock at the umbilical door connecting the two rooms. Before I could object, he opened the door, and I stood up and slipped the joint into my shirt pocket. The door creaked open, and this squat, buck-naked, crackhead woman stomped into the room like a cave beast. Baloo was standing right behind her, mumbling something like, "The man with the dope is in there." She was grayish purple and ashy. She lurched toward me. I backed up and said, "I ain't got shit for you." She grunted like a rhino and went back into the dimly lit room from whence she came. I locked the door behind her. "Don't ever open that fucking door again without telling me, man." "What, Machiavelli? You ain't never saw a naked black lady before?" "That's what that was." "Where'd y'all pick her up anyway?" "Corpus, dude. Come on, let's go down the other room." We went out the back through the sliding glass doors past whatever the fuck was going on in the next room and tapped on Keith and Levon's door before walking in. He was sitting on the edge of the bed and had two chairs pulled up for Taser and me. The radio was playing oldies. "What's up, Machiavelli?" Keith said when I came in the room. "You tell me, man. Where's Levon?" "He next door, man." "You want a beer?" I nodded. He reached down and took 2 beers from a 12-pack on the floor, handed one to each of us. "You should have seen the look on Machiavelli's face when she came in," Taser said. "You saw that bitch?" I just nodded and chucked my beer. Levon walked in through the front door and sat down on the bed. He looked worried. She was bare-ass naked, looked like a mutant pygmy. It was horrible. "Boss man likes to stop for hitchhikers from time to time," Levon said. "Skin to skin, or you don't get in." "Skin to skin, or you don't get in." They were all laughing hard, but the shit wasn't funny to me. There was a loud thud against the wall. Levon entered through the front door. "Skin to skin or you don't get in," Taser said again. "Quit fucking saying that and tell me what happened when y'all were in Corpus, please." Levon told us both to settle down. "You got some weed, Machiavelli?" Keith asked. "Machiavelli who?" Levon said. Keith pointed at me and I took the joint out of my shirt pocket. "Machiavelli," Levon said. I sparked it, hit it 2 times and passed it to the left. Keith took a big hit and quickly passed it to Levon. There was another loud thud against the wall. Levon took 2 tokes and told me what happened in between drags. His voice was raspy and smooth, deep fried from decades of Cool 100s and Bush beer. He sounded like Scatman Carruthers. He said they'd gone to Hooters in Corpus, but Martasius got carded, so they went to another place where they'd been before. They had a couple of drinks before they turned around to come back, and they spotted this fertility goddess from hell standing on the side of the road at a stoplight. Baloo hollered at her from the truck, and she walked up to the window and said, "Skin to skin, or you don't get in." "Whoa," I said. "That's pretty gross and kind of frightening." "What do you mean, Machiavelli?" Taser asked. I mean, that's like a warning and a dare. Skin to skin or you can't come in? Sound like a chance to dance with death, I said. Shit, Keith said. Oh, now here we go, Levon said. It reminds me of a verse from an old Ghetto Boys song, I said. Mind playing tricks on me? Taser asked. No, man. Assassins. The line goes like this. She put on her clothes and headed for the door and said, welcome to the disease that there is no cure for. Damn, Levon said. That's the shit, Keith said, smiling. What you know about the Ghetto Boys, man? They let white people watch BET too, you know. Shit. I remember when Chris Thomas was still the mayor of Rap City. He'd been holding on to the joint for a long time. You pitching a tent? I asked. Oh shit, it went out, he said. There was a thump and then a thud, followed by raised voices. One was booming, and I knew that one was Baloo. But then a loud husky voice followed that seemed to be demanding something. I couldn't make out much of the things they said, but it was apparent that somebody wasn't happy. Right now. Right now, the voice repeated. No! No! No, motherfucker! There was more banging around and screaming, followed by the loud sound of the door swinging open and slamming shut. Taser started talking, and me and Keith shushed him at the same time. Shut up and listen, Levon said. Oh! I heard Baloo scream. It got quiet like right before a tornado. The voices hushed, and the husky one rose, ascended, and began to chant. Let me out of here, motherfucker. Let me out of here, motherfucker. You better let me out of here, you motherfuckers. The door opened and slammed back against the wall and slammed shut again. The whole place shook. Now the voices were outside in the parking lot. You better not do that, bitch! Screamed a third voice. There were some loud packing sounds, and I knew she was kicking the truck. There was another sound like feet hitting the floor, which meant they'd knocked her down. Then came the moaning. A sort of growl followed it, and then she started screaming again. Fuck both you sons of bitches! Fuck you motherfuckers! Fuck y'all! Sounded like she was crying as it got further away. Fuck you stupid ass motherfuckers! The shimmery sound of pelted gravel and rocks against the door to the room, the side of the truck, was followed by silence. I could hear Bald Bull telling Baloo to get his big dumb ass back inside the goddamn room. Y'all need to go back over in y'all's room and get in bed, Levon said. He was serious. Come on, let's go. We went back out the way we came in. I locked the door behind me once we got inside the room. I took the top off my big bottle of extra strength Gold Bond and stuffed the weed inside and left it on the counter in the bathroom. We both stripped down to our underwear and got in our beds. I turned the TV on and there was a Lorenzo Lamas movie on. We used to call this Skinamax, I said. Cop knock. I muted the TV. Shit, Machiavelli! Some cops! I'll get it. We both almost laughed. Almost. Sheriff's Department! I opened the door to 6 sheriff's deputies with their guns drawn and flashlights in my face. They looked puzzled. Is this your truck? One of them asked. I glanced and saw there was a big dent in the passenger side and blood smeared all down the side door. No, sir. That's my boss's truck. Where is your boss? I pointed and said he was in the room next door. This diverted their attention from me and allowed me to shut the door. I locked